So in the last class, what we see from the single text box, right, we have taken data, and in today's class we'll go with the multi-text box. Okay. First of all, we need to discuss what we've done with the single text box. See, you're a programmer, means what? You're trying to write programming to perform a specific task. You're trying to perform a task. For that, you will write a program. Okay. If you don't have a proper task, if you don't have a proper requirement, definitely you can't write any code. Okay. You understand my point? You have a proper task. Okay. And you understand the task properly, then only you can write the code. For example, what is my yesterday task? Take a single text box, okay, along with a submit button or something button, add button. Okay, something placeholder, anything. For example, if you enter the data here, and if you click on add button, then what I'm doing here, I'm trying to add these values in the list. So I'm taking something data and I'm placing here and something. So if you enter the data in this, when you click on add button, I created one more list item and I added data. So this is my task exactly. Okay. So generally, user point of view, this is your task. But logically, what you're doing, you have taken an array of elements, shown this data in the form of list using map method. So now your job is to take the data of this text box. When you click on the button, you need to add this data into the array. For that, we are taken on change event. Using that, maybe you taken one variable and assign the data which entered in this text box. Data which entered in the text box, you assign to the x variable, and when you click on the button, you added this x at the end of this array to perform the task. Ardhamainda? Like oka text box, oka button, and ee text box lo data entry submit cheyagane, add button ni click cheyagane, ee data end of the array, end of the list add ayipovali. Idi kada mana task adi. Aa task kosam manam em chestunnam, array of elements iskunnam, using map list lo chupichesinamu, akkadiki ayipindi. Next em chestunnam, ee text box lo enter chesina data array lo at the end add avali. దాని కోసం ఒక వేరియబుల్ తీసుకొని ఈ టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్లో ఎంటర్ చేసిన డేటా ఈ వేరియబుల్కి అసైన్ చేసుకొని ఈ వేరియబుల్లో డేటా బటన్ మీద క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎండ్లో చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నాము. క్లియర్? సో నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ టాస్క్, a complete task. Split this task into pieces. Okay, in my first step I will create my UI, means I will take a text box and button list. In a second step, I will declare my variables. I need two variables here. One is x for the text box, second array. We declare two variables. Okay, and third, array data you displayed in the list. In the fourth step, collect the data from the text box to variable. So I have taken the data from this text box to x variable. In the fifth step, append x in the array when you click on the button. So I just separated this entire task into 5 steps. Okay, if you want to complete the first step, first of all you will create the UI. Step 1 completed. Then you will go to the step 2. Step 2. What you will do? You will already declare the x and array variables. And in the third step, you will take the data from array to list. This one using map. And fourth step, you will take the data from the text box to x variable using onChange event, using synthetic base event. And in the fifth step, when you click on the button based on on-click event, you just added x value to the array. Okay, so same task I will perform today. Okay, the same task I will do it again, and then I will go with the multi-text box also, using same steps. So for that, first of all, do one thing. In my previous class, what I done, I just go through last projects, maybe this project or any React project, and in that I written my code. I written my code, but generally in my last class code I'm not sent to you. I forget actually. From today I'm not going to share my code directly. You can collect the code from the internet using my profile, that is starkbridge.com/@Shravankumar. This is my profile actually. I will write code here. You can collect the code from this place. Okay, no need to wait for my mails or something. You don't need to wait for anything. You can directly collect the code from here. I will give this URL. Just please note down this URL. So this is a URL. This is base URL actually. This is base URL, starkbridge.com, and you need to remember this. Okay, and what is the use of Starkbridge? Starkbridge is an online editor, first usage, and the second usage, it will maintain your profile. Okay, you can log into Starkbridge using GitHub. If you have GitHub account, using that you can log into Starkbridge. If you once log in, if you create a project, it will maintain your profile. Okay, that is the second use. And the third usage is you can go to Google. For example, if you want to learn Redux, okay, I given you 1-2 examples with the explanation, but you want 10 examples. You want 10 examples. If you ask me what I will tell you, I already given 2 examples with explanation. You just create your own examples. In that way, I will tell you. But if you want to collect 10 examples from the internet, you can simply type React Starkbridge. And what is the topic? For example, Redux. React, Redux, Starkbridge. These are the different examples created by other developers. Okay, see, React Redux hooks, React Redux tab, React Redux reducers, simple React Redux example and something, and React Redux basic counter, etc. etc. How many examples? In Google homepage, how many results you will get? Maximum 10. Yeah, you will get exactly 10 records. If you go to second page, another 10. Still it is starkbridge.com only. 20 examples. Okay. Even it's Starkbridge. I'm in the third page. The last 5 results comes from other websites. So it means you got 5 examples. Completely you got 25 examples from the Stockbridge. Okay, I will show you simple example, maybe React Redux template. Usually it will not take this much of time, but I don't know why it's taking this much of time. So anyway, you can get the code of this, different examples. You just go and collect different examples from the Stockbridge. Okay. So, and if you want to take my examples, you can come to this website. And usually I'm not given proper names. Okay, but don't worry. You can collect your examples. Generally, if I will create a new project, it will come top. Okay, so I will go to my profile now. Chrome update slow unnadi internet slow internet slow ఇంతకుముందు ఓపెన్ చేసింది క్రోమ్ ఇప్పుడు ఓపెన్ చేసింది ఎడ్జ్ రెండు డిఫరెంట్ ప్రాసెస్ ఎనీవే already I logged into this account, and if I'm creating a new project, if I create new project, it's asking me because it supports many technologies: Next.js, React, Angular, Vue.js, plain JavaScript, etc., etc. And you can go to the front-end technologies, you can go to the back-end, like you can practice your like Express, Next.js, Node kind of things, and full stack. You can practice full stack, you can practice many things here. Okay, so what we are discussing now? We are discussing front-end application, that is React using JavaScript. Click on this. It's created a new project for you. It's created, right? So this project added to my profile. Okay, if you go to my profile, you can see that this one just now I created 1 minute ago. Okay, you can collect from here. Yeah, see, so this is like VS Code only, and you will get your folder structure here, editor and output. Okay, so I just want to create my component, my class based component. I'm just creating a folder with the name of components, because if you're creating all the components in the SRC, you can see there are 200 components, 300 components. You can't handle them properly. For that case, we are creating a folder with the name of components. Folder name your wish, you can give any name. I given components, and I'm handling with a single text box, right? Single.js. In that same logic, import React from React, and of course it's class based component, single extends okay, and there will be constructor and super method, and then your render method. Inside this render you can return HTML code, right? If you practice, you can get an idea easily, right? Maybe something H1, and then single text box, and finally export default single. Good. Use capitalism. Good. So I want to display it on the browser. For that, try to call it into app component. This is a difference. You can observe from your end. Then from file path, I place single inside the components. So you need to mention components. Inside you can give single. Great. And you can place your tag, that is single. Okay, so your component is displayed. Then I need to follow my step 1. Need to create UI. Okay, go here, create that UI. Input like text, okay, and maybe submit. Okay, and I'm placing break here, and then I'm placing my UL close, and inside I'm placing my LI. Okay, so my step 1 completed. I created my UI because this is your task now. Text box, button, list. Step 1 completed. Then step 2, create 2 variables, X and array. For that, go to the constructor, and of course I will declare my variables inside the state. This dot state, which is equal, you can declare X. Maybe initially you just give empty string. Maybe you can take array and of elements. Maybe you just take 1 and 2, maybe 3. Yeah, my step 2 completed, right? I declared my X and array variables, and I am coming to the third step. Means I am converting array to list. ఉన్న పర్లేదు లేకపోయినా పర్లేదు. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అంటే మీకు అది ఎర్రర్ ఇచ్చింది అనుకో, రిమూవ్ చేయండి. ప్రాక్టీస్. జనరల్గా అయితే ఎర్రర్ ఇవ్వాలి, బట్ బై డిఫాల్ట్గా నాకు విఎస్ కోడే స్టాక్ బ్రిడ్జే కామా ఇస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో ఐ నీడ్ టు రిమూవ్ దిస్ because I want to iterate my li. This li I need to place inside the map. So open interpolation, this dot state dot array dot map. Inside you can place one more method. I'm using directly array function here. Good. and you can declare any variable, data and index. Inside you can place return and cut one li, because I am trying to iterate li, right, and place your li here. Okay, so you have three elements in the array. That's why it's created 3 li's with the 1, and inside, instead of this one, you can place your data. Okay, my third step completed, but one thing is pending here. What is that? This li, you placed only one li, but you get 3 list items on the browser. So we need to give unique names to them. Okay, for that you need to use attribute name called key. Key is providing unique name to each element. So I am trying to providing index value, because index value is also unique, right? So this is the thing. Like, what is the use of key? Key provides unique value for the list items, because that list items are created by the map. Yeah. So this step also completed, and the last step, what is that? Need to get data from the text box to the UI level. For that, use onChange event. Okay, and create a method here. కీ ఎందుకు వాడుతున్నానా? కీ ఏంటంటే కీ యూనిక్ వాల్యూ ఇస్తున్నాను నేను. ఇప్పుడు ఎల్ఐ మీరు రాసిన ఎల్ఐ ఏంటి? ఒకటే ఎల్ఐ రాసినారు, బట్ ఎన్ని ఎల్ఐస్ వచ్చినాయి? 3 వచ్చినాయి. ఇప్పుడు నాకు అంటే మీరు ఈ ఎల్ఐకి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి? విజువల్గా జనరల్గా నేను ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు ద HTML లెవెల్, there is no difference between all LIs, right? You given only one LI, and the rest of LIs are created by itself. For example, if you are creating LIs, generally you can give class name, you can give unique ID, you will give unique class name, you can do anything what you want. But now this LI don't have a unique property. For that we are providing key. So this helps you to capture the proper LI. For example, I want to capture the second LI and I want to perform some operation. Then you can capture that element using this key for the future purpose. Okay. Yeah. Come on. What is the method I am going to take? Maybe anything. Collect input data. That's my method name. Create array function. Okay, collect input data. I just want to take the data from the input element. So come down, and you can give this dot collect input data. Okay, it means if you're entering the data in this, I just want to collect that data from this method. So using synthetic base event. In the last class I given X, but it is event, right? Either try to give E or else you can give event. Meaningful names. Okay? Maybe try to give E or events. Now if you want to get the data from the text box, event.target.value. Okay, if you want to update the X, which method you have to use? This dot set state. Inside, yeah, you can take object, and what you're updating X using what? Event dot target dot value. Absolutely. If you have doubt now, because maybe you're a beginner, right? Take a paragraph here and open interpolation, this dot state dot x, right? You are collecting the data. If you click on submit, I want to add that because this one also completed. And the last one, when you click on the button, add that x value to the array. Come here, place on click event, open interpolation and come up, add data, or just give your own names. Don't depend upon me about these names, variable names. And here this dot set state, in that we take an array, that is also we are assigning array to this variable, but we are assigning empty, but I want to dump this data. For that you need to use spread operator, this dot state dot array. It means you dump this 1 2 3 here and comma, at the end you want to add the input data. So this dot variable array lo unna data dump cheyadaniki we use this three variables, okay? And you can give this. Now maybe try to enter 4. Maybe I have not given here. This dot add data. If you want to clear this, generally this data assigned to which variable, which attribute in the input element. ఇప్పుడు ఈ టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్ లో ఎంటర్ చేసిన డేటా ఏ అట్రిబ్యూట్ కి అసైన్ అవుతది? వాల్యూ అట్రిబ్యూట్. నిన్న కూడా మాట్లాడాను, ఓకే? సో రిమెంబర్ దట్. సో టేక్ వాల్యూ అట్రిబ్యూట్ హియర్, వాల్యూ, okay, this dot state dot x, because you're assigning this data to the x variable. If you have any doubt, you just go and add a it's appeared here now. You can change it, okay? Yeah. So when you click on submit, it's added, but it's not clearing, right? For that, after this array operation completed, use comma here, and I want to update x value to the empty string. Now empty, okay? And maybe enter 4, click on submit. It means you're clearing this x, right? If x cleared, automatically this value clears this text box. So you will learn things slowly, don't worry. But as of now, you just try to focus on syntaxes, because you are all beginners. You are suffering with the syntaxes mostly, being a beginner. Generally expert guys, they never worried about syntaxes because they will copy. But if I tell you to copy the syntaxes, no sir, I don't know what is that syntax, I can't copy it, you will tell like that. But experienced guy, for example 4 years Angular experienced guy, if he's trying to learn React, he never write the syntaxes, he will copy directly. But you are a beginner, generally your mindset like you need to write each and every line with your fingertips, being a beginner. So that try to learn syntaxes, so by practice, okay? Yeah, now I am going to do same operation with the multi text boxes. Means I will take 2 text boxes now, and I will insert the data and I will display on the browser. Further, can you tell me what I have to do now? MGL 2 text boxes. First of all, the same UI story. First of all, create the UI along with the button. Okay, and if you're entering the data, you want to show the data in the form of table. And there will be some heading. maybe this is name, maybe this is age for example. Okay, and my first step completed. I created my UI. Second, declare variable. How many variables you required? For this text box, you need a variable to collect the data from the text box. You need one more variable to collect the data from this text box, and to display this data you need one more variable. So you need how many variables? 3 variables. Maybe same, take x, y. Generally you can take name, age variables, but if I take meaningful variables you will confuse. Maybe you will feel like these are a predefined variables. That's why I'm taking x, y kind of things. Okay, and finally I'm taking an array. Okay, so my second step completed. Declare and convert this array data into table and try to display this data in the table. I think you know this, right? Already you performed this task. Array data you display in the table, right? We already performed. So this one completed. Next, you will collect the data of this into this using onChange event. You can collect the data of this into this. My next step completed. This one. Text box to x and text box to y. And finally, add x and y to array. Generally, this array it look like this, right? Maybe array of an object. It contains name and age. Okay, so if you enter the data here, maybe you entered CCC and you entered something data 25, then what you are going to do here? You need to take name, that name comes from x, this dot state dot x, and second one age, that is this dot state dot y. So your task is completed. So if you split your task into pieces, if you're developing it is very easy. Very. I will develop it now. Okay. So I'm telling you, I'm teaching you this, and I'm teaching you every step, and I'm taking time. But generally, without teaching you, if I develop it, I will take 3 to 4 minutes maximum to complete this task. Even you also, like if you practice this for 3 to 4 times, when you're doing it 5th time, it will not take 7 to 8 minutes. If you're practicing it by 20th time, it will take not more than 3 minutes. Because you know each and every step. So if you're not getting the idea, if you can't develop it, means you're not practiced. If you're not practiced single time, you can't develop it definitely. You will struggle. Yeah. So now I'm going to develop this. I'm creating a new component with the name of multi, and I'm going with the syntax 1. Okay. In the next class, I will tell you the syntax 2. Same. I'm just copying this, and I'm placing inside the multi 1, and instead of this single, I'm placing multi 1, multi text box 1. Copy this and go up. Okay, and you can declare y variable, something BBB whatever. Use comma. If you not mention comma here, you will get error. And then we are expecting some objects, that is name. You can give anything. Sorry. Yeah, age. Something. You can give any number. Okay, so I have two objects. I just want to show the data in the form of table. Instead of this list, try to take table. Create first year, and inside you can place your headings. Here, name and age, and then open interpolation. Better. First of all, I will input, then I will write, because you can see that modifications here. So go here. I just want to comment this. Okay, and I will import the multi one. And you can mention multi-one. Okay, so it's given you age, name and age, and you have to come and you have to place this dot, state dot array dot map. Inside you can mention arrow function, place return. You're writing table row, and inside you mention td, and you're expecting the data. You can give any name. I'm just giving data, and this tr is iterating, right? Just provide a key and come inside and open interpolation, data dot name, data dot age. Okay, if you want, try to apply border. Okay, you can apply border collapse also to make it single line. Now the problem is what? My UI is not ready enough because I don't have another text box. Why? Okay, so maybe collect data input 1, or else collect name, collect age. Try to create two methods and go and create the method names, collect name and collect age. And here I'm trying to update y, right? And one thing is pending. When you click on the button here, I'm appending only x, because at that time you need to add only x. Sorry, this for another part. Here you are appended only x, but here you need to append an object, because here you have objects. And at the end you need to append object. It need to contain two properties. One is name, second one is age. So first of all, you just mention name and age here. And the second one, age. What is that? This dot, state dot, y. Okay. Click on this, added. That's complete. So if you understand the things, implementation is very easy. If you can't understand, it will take 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You can't get the output because you don't know what to do. So first of all, you're a beginner. We know it properly. That's why I'm mentioning 100 times. First, after you get experience, you never write like this. We'll generally implement the things. but you're a beginner, so you need to write on that. I'm first of all I will do this, second I will do this, and try to move each and every step. Then it gives a clear idea what you're doing. If you stuck somewhere, you can come to me. Generally, for example, I have two students, one A and one B. I have two students. A student comes to me and he will tells me like, sir, I'm not getting multi-text box output. I will ask him, what is the problem? I don't know, I'm not getting output. Then what I have to do? I have to tell entire task. But the B person comes to me directly, sir, I'm getting error when I'm typing in this first text box. I'm getting error when I'm typing in the second text box. Or else, and when I'm entering the data in the first text box, I'm getting data generally, but when I click on button, I'm not appending the data. So I will directly go to this step. This step. Clear? So if you're clear, then we can speak a meaningful information. We can communicate meaningful information. If you're not clear, you can ask me like this, sir, I'm not getting output of multi-text box. Means I need to tell you entire things, no problem, I will tell you, but you don't have clarity. That is the problem. So need to get clarity. So tells me like I'm doing this, I stuck in this place, and I'm getting error, I'm getting bug, I'm getting this, I'm expecting this, I'm getting this. So if you speak me with the proper information, then we can communicate properly and we will discuss. Don't do this, you can do this. We can communicate properly. That gives you a lot of idea, lot of implementation idea will get. Okay. So if I give you any task, first of all take pen and paper, split the template into pieces, split the task into pieces. First of all, I will create this UI. Later I will do this. Later I will do this. Maybe I will, for example, I will give you one task today. Try to do that task. Simple task, small, very very small task. Try to create 2 buttons.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Tell me, Nilaksh, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, the morning session for 5 minutes I have missed the session due to internet instability.
Okay. I will repeat it, Nilaksh, don't worry.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I guess there was something you was googling and doing something about the
No, actually I provided my URL, Nilaksh,
okay.
I provide my URL. I will give you, don't worry, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, guys, this is a task. Okay? If you click on increment, you need to get 0. If you click on decrement, it need to increment. If you click on decrement button, it need to decrement. Very simple task, no? So, first of all, what you will do? Same. You will create the UI. You will create button, and after the button you will place the 0, and after that you will place decrement button. UI completed. Next, increment, decrement you are performing on single variable. Maybe you will take a variable named counter. Initially it is 0. You will take that, you will append that counter here. The value is 0, it will show the 0. Second step completed. Third step, you will create events. On-click event for increment, on-click event for decrement. 2 methods you will create. For increment, you will write set state counter colon this dot state dot counter plus 1. Okay. If you click on increment button, it will increment. Okay. If you click on decrement, you will call another method, decrement method something, and in that you will write this dot state. In that you will take again counter, this dot state dot counter minus 1. Okay. Task completed. So if you split the task into pieces, you can do it. But if you see this, no, I don't know what to do means you can't do anything. First of all, try to work on the task with the syntaxes. You need to learn syntax. That's why I told you, when you create a functional component, try to create 5 to 10 functional components, try to create 5 to 10 class components, and try to practice list, try to practice table. Then I told you about events. Then I told you about single text box. Again, in the yesterday class, I already told you about single text box. In today class also, I told you about single text box. And I given idea about multi-text box. In the next class, again I will tell you about multi-text box. I am telling you each and every concept 1 or 2 times. You have all the information, all the materials, and again I am giving you 1 or 2 times because you need to practice.
Yes.
Okay. Next, coming to the URL. This is my URL. This one. I will place this in the group. You just copy this, and I will take my classes in this URL itself. You can come to this URL and you can collect the projects.
Okay.
And today class, if you click on this, for example, if you click on that link, you will come to this profile. The first one, this one, you can collect this code. You can click on this, you can get the code. Okay, so these are code. If you open components, multi-one, single one, you can collect the code and you have everything with you. Just try to practice. And I commented the single one, right? If you want that,
Yeah.
you can comment this, you can uncomment this. You'll get.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it.
Sir, the app.json, means in the app.json we import all the JS files which we have to use, right?
Right. As of now. In the future, we can do many things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as it is a parent app to its parent component, that's why we use that, right?
Right. Absolutely. Correct. Okay. So, guys, any questions? No. That's it for now. We'll meet in the next class. We'll continue discussion. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you.